I thought I would have heard some harmony coming from Pat's chair, but that was not to be. I had to sing the line all on my own. Fidelitas, my sister.
You insisted on singing, not true?
Of course. I was part of the choir, you know that. You're part of a different kind of orchestra. But, Pat, what stirred your interest in hair cutting at such an early age?
I don't know, I've always wanted to cut hair. Not just be a hairdresser, but cut hair.
I know that that is what you really, people would leave wherever they were. They would leave other hairdressers to come to you to have their hair cut. Do you have no idea where that started?
I have no idea where it started.
But we know that at St. Hugh's, you turned the place into a virtual salon.
In the bathroom, where Letty, who used to clean the bathrooms and clean the classrooms, she used to clean up the hair after me.
So she collaborated with you?
Yes, she did.
Was she paid?
No, she wasn't. Can you imagine?
Pat, going into the bathroom to cut hair at St. Hugh's High School was done during what, break time, lunchtime, after school, when?
Mainly break time. Mainly, we used to have, 2 breaks for the day and lunchtime. So.
Did you ever get in trouble at St. Hugh's for doing that?
I got in trouble with a father looking for me once. His daughter came to school with her ponytail, and I cut it off. And when they were at dinner the night, he said, "I hope your hair is pinned up at the back." Well, it wasn't. So I hear he came looking for me the next morning. But I don't know what happened, how come it didn't reach the staff room.
And it didn't reach Mrs. Carnegie or
Can
principal.
you imagine?
That would be another matter.
It didn't reach. So by the time I heard about it, he was nowhere to be found. I don't know. Maybe it looked good.
Perhaps it did. I believe it did. But you were always armed with your scissors.
Every day in my pocket. Always in my right pocket.
Can you imagine in 2018 that you would not be let onto the school compound with your scissors in your pocket?
Can you imagine? Serious things.
Did you have any early influences, persons who may have been into cosmetology or cutting hair in those early days that perhaps...
Winnie Brand.
Who was that?
Winnie Brand.
Who was that?
She was a hairdresser, a very popular hairdresser in those days. Ahead of me, of course. But she was a popular hairdresser while I was a child. And I always wanted to be like her.
How did you meet her?
I didn't meet her. I just used to see her. You see her from afar and you hear that's Winnie Brand. And I thought she was the most gorgeous thing. And she used to have very short hair. And I thought, oh my God, I need to be like this woman,
And you took it really seriously because after St. Hugh's, you went straight across to New York at Wilfred's Academy to study. But before we go there, what else did you do at St. Hugh's other than cutting hair?
Well, I was in the art room a lot. The group of us, we had a little group that left from prep school, St. Hugh's Prep, to St. Hugh's High. And we were all art. Miss Small, always art.
Moira Small.
Moira Small. So we lived in the art room.
Who are some of those girls, as you remember?
Kay Seaton, Patsy Kentish, Rosemary MacDonald, we're all. And then the ones ahead of us, like Helen McLean, who we all aspired to, because they were all artists.
Do you think you got any kind of inspiration while you were doing art in terms of styling hair, cutting hair?
I'm sure, because one thing I know is that I'm a creative.
Well, you all of you people, and I'm a creative, but not art. Moira Small had asked me to leave the classroom, the art room, and she was right because I had no sense of proportion, but that's another matter. You also played some tennis while you were at school.
Yes, but very short-lived, I find that St. Hugh's wasn't into sport as much as it is now. Like, we never even had a swimming pool or nothing like that, but we had a tennis court.
We had 4 clay tennis courts.
We had a tennis court, and we also had netball. So, but we weren't big. Like, remember, track and field wasn't big at all. No. So...
Do you remember playing rounders?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and hockey?
Yes, I do. And do you remember what we used to have to wear?
I was about to ask you to introduce that topic, but you have to describe it properly.
Well, we all had to wear green bloomers under our skirts. So when we go to PE or tennis or rounders or netball, we took off our skirts.
And that was a very loosely gathered, made of the same fabric
with
that our uniforms.
Elastic at the feet.
And the band, the waistband.
Thank you.
But because we were ladies, huh?
Oh my God, it was awful.
Did you ever get punishment, any demerits, any detentions,
A
any
lot.
order marks?
No, I
No
never
order
got
marks.
order marks because I had Carol Guntley, who always used to stand up for me. She was a form prefect, and I don't know, for some reason, she loved me. And she used to, I remember one day, Annie Rose Kitchen had me, she was about to give me an order mark for my beret, because, you know, we used to just pin on the beret at the back. And she told me I must put on my beret properly. And out of nowhere came Carol. And I got away.
Saved by Carol. Right after leaving St. Hugh's High School, you headed to Wilfred's Academy in New York to study cosmetology. What was that like?
That was lovely. That was really lovely. And I do feel that most young people must get a break going away, because I am an only child and I'm a bit smothered from mommy and daddy. So it was so nice getting away.